Hey, what's up? This your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And today we will be reviewing Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And I will have to tell you this. It came wrapped up tighter than Fort Knox. I mean, yeah, this comic book came in perfect condition. It's beautiful. Chrome cover. Yeah, this thing is awesome. You know, as you open it up, of course, every last one of them is autographed by Ethan Van Sciver himself. And I will have to tell you this. The quality, pages, everything else, this thing's beautiful. Yeah, this thing's beautiful. And for a man that says that he hasn't written a comic book in 18 years, he did a damn good job. He did a damn good job. He's been around enough talent. He's been around, Grant Morrison, Jeff Johns. He's been around enough people to soak up some things and it shows, along with this. Yeah, it came sticker, as you can see. Came with a bookmark. And and it also came with sticker, bookmark. And it also came with some cards, which were, he just threw it in there for the people that that stuck with him, with the Indiegogo. So I tell you what, the story was good. The colors were awesome, done by Kyle Ritter. I tell you what, it was a good $25 spent. I'll tell you this, as I've been sitting here thinking, I do own copy of the original Cyberfrog. This thing, when you look at it and you seen where it's gone from this to this, you get to see, how much he's Ethan Van Sciver's grown, not just as an artist, but as a writer. I'm proud of that man. He's went to go make $1 million off of this one book. Wow, $1 million. Quite impressive, and actually it's pretty inspiring to the rest of us. A lot of people, won't support it because he's not drawing in the for the the major two anymore, the big two. And I was thinking about that. I remember back in 1985, when my brother was buying the Crisis on Infinite Earths. And in the Crisis, we ended up losing, the Flash during this 12-part miniseries. We lost Barry Allen. And after that, I'd say about 93, 94, we lost Hal Jordan. We lost Hal Jordan as being Green Lantern. Since then, they have come back. And I'll tell you this. Now, Ethan Van Sciver was a part, him and Jeff Johns were a part of what brought back Hal Jordan. Some of the greatest stories in comic books I've ever read. The Rebirth, the Green Lantern Rebirth. Yeah, Green Lantern Rebirth. This thing was awesome. He had the artistic fortitude to know how to put that together and tell one hell of a story that brought back Hal Jordan as the single, the number one Green Lantern in the Green Lantern series. And then from there, him and Jeff Johns, 5 years later, that was in 2004, 2009, he goes and he does the Flash Rebirth, where he brings back Barry Allen as the primary Flash. That was one of the greatest stories I've ever read, right along with the Green Lantern Rebirth. Now, this man, Ethan Van Sciver, is easily one of the most important comic book artists, easily in the last 15, 20 years. And this is what I'm going to say about this gentleman. I've been watching him for about the last 2.5 years straight. I watch him during live streams, watch his videos every day. He's a very funny man, musically inclined also, but he's a very funny guy. And people won't support him because he's not, he's not drawing Flash or Green Lantern anymore. And the one thing I have to say as I think about this is that the man has something that he created and he wanted to put back out there in the world. And some people are like, well, if it's not DC or Marvel, I'm not buying it. To be honest with you, DC and Marvel has lost most of their main artists and writers. Seriously. And to see Ethan strike out on his own, produce Cyberfrog, and hit the $1 million mark with one book, it shows a lot. It shows a lot. It shows a lot what people can do, on their own, without being backed by the big two. And I tell you this: if you enjoyed the Green Lantern Rebirth, the Flash Rebirth, the Sinestro Corps, the Sinestro Corps War, he helped orchestrate all of that. So if you even enjoy the Red Lanterns, the Orange Lanterns, the Yellow Lanterns, the Indigo Lanterns, the Black Lanterns, if you enjoy all that, the war all the storylines and everything that was surrounding that's in credit to Ethan Van Sciver. He's the one that helped orchestrate all that. If you ever played Injustice 2 and you're playing with Atrocitus, Ethan Van Sciver created that character. When it goes to the Green Lantern mythos, he's gave a lot more to that than a lot of artists that have drawn Green Lantern. And he has put his stamp on the world. When it comes to comics, he's made his contributions. And now he's doing this independently. The Cyberfrog, now he's doing this with his own brand, All Caps Comics. Now, if you enjoyed him doing all that, doing all those wonderful stories, I suggest that you give him a chance and check out Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Give him, it's still running on Indiegogo, about to shut down. But I would have to say, give the man a chance. He's a good guy. All he wants is to see people happy. He wants to see his fellow writers and artists be successful. And I can, I can appreciate that. He talks about it every day, and sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. But it's okay. It just shows the kind of passion he has. This, I tell you what, from a 1 to 10, I'll give this about an 8.5. For a man that hasn't written anything in 18 years, he did a damn good job. I'm proud of him. He did good. So, I say that to say this. If you enjoyed all his work, I'd say support him. You want to see what's going on with him? What is he talking about? Look him up on YouTube under Comic Artist Pro Secrets. When you go to subscribe to Ethan Van Sciver. He's one hell of a YouTuber. He's a member of the Fandom Menace. He's one of the men leading charge in Comicsgate, which is it's just a comic book movement of independently artists and writers that are just branching off and doing their own thing. That's away from the mainstream stuff, and I can respect that. And as a man that's contributed to some of our most beloved comic books, I'd say give the man a chance. Check him out. Go to Indiegogo, look up Cyberfrog, and support him. He definitely deserves it. He definitely deserves it. Now, as far as that goes, I'd like to tell you that this is my first review, and I'm giving the man an 8.5. I'll give him 8.5. And you can tell from the quality of the book, the way it's put together beautifully. The pictures, everything's amazing. The detail is amazing. The coloring and everything is wonderful. This thing is beautiful. And, this is something I love to support, I'm just not a fan. I've been a fan of his, and seeing what he's gone through and how he's come to this point. And he deserves it. He deserves all the good things that come to him. So this is my review on Cyberfrog Blood Honey, and I had to tell you the story. Also, before I go. Story was quite well. It's the origin of Cyberfrog, and it was done very, very nice. No complaints. And in case you haven't read it, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll tell you this: the way everything was done, presented, I'm giving this an 8.5. The funny thing about all that also is that not too long ago, I got a second package in the mail from Ethan Van Sciver. And in my second package, I ended up getting 2 more Cyberfrog Blood Honeys. Heard their live stream. 60, 70 people were given extra ones by accident. I was given 2 extra ones. I have 3 now altogether, all autographed. But man, these are beautiful. He said, hey, if you got them, keep it. It's a Christmas gift from him. So I want to tell you, thank you, Ethan Van Sciver. You're one hell of a gentleman, one hell of a scholar. And I will be here to support your new book, which is he's working on right now. That's about to be dropped pretty soon on Indiegogo. It's going to be called Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet. So go ahead and check him out. Very funny guy, great guy. Go to Indiegogo, support the man. Go to YouTube, Ethan Van Sciver. You can either look him up that way, or you can just go to his channel, Comics Artist Pro Secrets, and subscribe to him. Very good man. And you'll enjoy his content. So that's it for my review. Just wanted to tell y'all, thank y'all for watching my review. Thank you for coming to my channel. And I will be here ready to post something to you very soon. Love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Just 24/7 and I'm out. Peace.